Hello, and welcome back to the Lean Girl YouTube channel, where today I am bringing you a banging, low-calorie, high-protein recipe that has transformed the regular paella. It's Spanish, right? Is it Spanish, babe?
I have no idea.
I think it's Spanish. The regular Spanish delicious bowl of seafood rice. Ooh, goodness! Into a Lean Girl low-calorie version. Now you may be thinking, well, Ange, that looks like a regular paella. But let me tell you, I've made this so low-calorie that this entire dish is yours. Girls, 350 calories for this entire pan of incredible, delicious seafood paella that is going to rock your world. So, before we get started, if you haven't yet done it, you better hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please, it really helps my channel and it helps me bring you more high protein, low calorie recipes that are going to help you all the way to your lean body goals. Now, this recipe, as well as all of my recipes, you can also find inside my Lean Girl Kitchen Coach. There are also tons of exclusive ones, like 150 plus recipes that will help you. It will help take the guesswork out of your meal planning so that you can get lean. So let's head onto the stove. Obviously I've already made this dish. I've already tasted it. It is amazing. So I'm gonna head onto the stove, show you how to make this baby. It is so simple. That is also gonna blow your mind. Like, it honestly took me 15 minutes for the whole shebang. And then I'm gonna meet you back here and we are gonna dish this baby up. Okay, so let's start putting together our paella. So I've got a medium-sized pan here. I'm going to turn it onto the heat and I'm going to start off with some olive oil, spray and cook. So you guys will know I love to use this instead of actual olive oil. It just gives a nice non-stick coating to the bottom without any of the calories. So olive oil is actually a very key ingredient in paella, which obviously really hacks up the calories. Well, hikes up the calories rather. So using this is already going to be shaving off so many. And then I just want that to start heating up a little bit. And then what we are going to put in first is I've got here this is about 1/4 of a large onion. If you have smaller onions, then you can definitely use half. And also, if you really love onion, of course, you can use a little bit more. So I'm going to be starting off with some onion, which we want to start browning in the pan. Okay, so our onions are browning nicely, sweating up a bit. And then the first thing that we are going to be adding is some cauliflower rice. So I have 100 grams of cauliflower rice here. We are using cauliflower rice because it is so delicious and low in calories. And it is, of course, going to give a lot of bulk to this meal. It cooks really nice and quickly. Oh, there we have a piece of cauliflower. But you do just want to kind of mix it up with the onions, which is going to give it an amazing flavor. And don't worry, we are still going to be using a little bit of normal rice as well, because I mean, what is a paella without normal rice? But you just want this to start cooking up and softening a little bit in here. If you don't have cauliflower rice, and you can just buy cauliflower, you can blend it up in your NutriBullet and it will make these little rice pills kind of thing. Okay, so as I mentioned, I am going to be using a little bit of rice just because it is a paella, and of course carbs are so important, but I really wanted to get the volume from the cauliflower rice. And so this is just 60 grams of cooked basmati rice. Normally in a paella you would use the short grain rice, but I didn't have any and I wasn't going to mission to the shops, but you can use the short grain rice. And you want it to be a little bit al dente because you don't want it to all turn into mush. So there goes my 30 grams of rice, which I'm just going to pop in there as well. And this, guys, is going to create like a really big, delicious, satisfying bowl of paella. And the calories are just phenomenal. As I mentioned, it's going to be under 350 calories for this entire pan of gorgeous, delicious paella. I am the hugest seafood fan. Like, whenever I go to anywhere near the ocean and you can have fresh seafood, it's like my ultimate best kind of way to, I always feel so light and amazing after eating it. I really, really love my seafood. Okay, so the cauliflower rice cooks quite quickly, so, and we are going to actually put the lid on here and actually cook everything all together, so I don't want to kill everything in this pan just yet. So we are now going to go ahead and add our seafood. So I have prawn meat here. So these are just little prawnies that have been shelled, deveined, cleaned, all of that jazz. I got these from the Dunkel for what do you call them, fishmonger, and I really love it. You can actually go there, you can buy stuff fresh, frozen, whatever your heart desires, and prawnies cook really quickly. So I'm going to be throwing in, this is 150 grams of prawn meat. Prawn meat is so low in calories and really high in protein because it's so lean. Like there's no fat in most seafood actually. And then I've also got some mussels. So I have got 6 mussels here that I'm also going to be adding to our paella dish. And at this point I want to now season. So I'm going to grab some pink salt and turn this down ever so slightly, and I want to give everything a really good seasoning of salt. Then what I also have managed to find at the fruit and veg store, which was nearby, the Dunkel, it's the Fruit and Flowers, is this prawn, calamari and crayfish spice. So any spices that you have at home, I'm sure that you can just make a plan, but this is a combination of a few. So sea salt, lemon, herbs, doesn't really say what's in it. But anyway, so I'm going to be using a bit of that seasoning, and then I'm also going to go in with some paprika, which I really love, and it also adds that beautiful color, that beautiful vibrant orange color that we are after. So I'm just going to give this a good little mix so we make sure everything is combined. And then we are going to add 2 more things before we actually cover this. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but saffron is a key ingredient inside of paella. Saffron, it looks like this, guys. It actually is like basically gold. That's how expensive it is. As you can see there, 70 Rand for this small, I don't know if you can see there, from this small little baggie. I'm like, which way am I showing this? So it is quite expensive, but you need the tiniest pinch. And then what you want to do is you actually want to put a little bit of boiling water on it so it releases all the flavors, and this is going to give it this sweet honey-like gorgeous, oh my god, all the goods have been left behind, but don't worry. I'm gonna actually also then be, as the last ingredient, this is a stock cube, chicken stock cube, which I've added with 250 mils of water, which I'm gonna be pouring in here anyway. So let me just go ahead. I just actually wanted to sort of eyeball it, so I think I'm gonna put in around 125 mils because I don't want to make it too watery. So it was about half of that stock cube. Just turn that up a little bit, and as you can see, this now has a wonderful sauce, and so you really want to mix it around just so you make sure that all the flavors are together and that saffron is going to get into all of our ingredients. And then what we want to do is we actually want to put the lid on this for around 10 minutes, and we want it like to kind of all gel together, all the flavors to mix together. I'm actually going to leave it off with the lid off for about 5 minutes, and then I will put the lid on. I just want a bit of the liquid to sort of evaporate, and we can get a nice bit of a thicker sauce going on here. As I said, the prawns really and the mussels really don't take very long to cook, so this is actually a fantastic meal. If you don't have a lot of time, you really can prep the rice in advance, and as you see, it literally has taken me 10 minutes to put this all together. So I'm going to let this simmer for a little bit while everything cooks up, and then we are going to basically, that is almost it. And there's one more ingredient that I'm going to add, but that is when this has already simmered for a couple of minutes. Okay guys, so last but not least, we are just going to add a pop of green. So this is just 50 grams of normal peas. They actually were frozen. I love to keep some frozen peas in the freezer, just to add to my dishes now and again. I do freaking love peas. So as you can see, this is all looking so glorious, guys. The smell of the seafood and the saffron and everything coming together is just wonderful. And as you can see, a lot of the sauce is kind of cooked off now. And guys, it is so really this simple. And pretty much everything is done. So we are now going to head over back to the counter, and I'm going to plate everything up. I'll show. How seriously easy was that? Like, when I was figuring out how to make a paella, because I actually haven't made many in my life, I was like, geez, I feel like it's gonna be complicated, and it was so easy, and the flavor is just rocking. Guys, again, if you don't want to get all the fancy ingredients, you don't have to get the saffron, you don't have to get the extra special seafood spice. These are all extras. You can really use any spices that you have at home. Paprika, garlic powder, salt, pepper, you'll be absolutely fine. Obviously, if you can get the saffron, do it. It is like a little indulgence, and it does add like that extra bit of special paella-ness to the dish. Okay, so I'm actually gonna serve this in a pan. I've got my little baby pan here. So I thought it would look really beautiful. And guys, by the way, this was a fantastic example of how, if you really want to get super accurate with your calorie tracking, you want to dish everything up separately. So you saw that I weighed out my rice separately, I weighed out the cauliflower rice separately, the prawns, etc., everything that I've used for the dish. And that will essentially allow you to be as accurate as possible. Let's just showcase some of these glorious little pieces of muscle. Love a good bit of seafood. So this is the most accurate way to do it. Of course, you can double the recipe, you can triple it if you're making it for your family and make one big paella dish. But obviously it does become tricky when it comes to tracking all the different elements and how much of the entire dish you are eating. So what's really nice about this dish is you can make all the ingredients separately, and then you can just add them all together and kabam, you've got your very own paella. So there it is, my girls. How beautiful does this look? It is actually perfect for summer or winter. It's still warm, but it's like light. I'm gonna grab a spoon so I can just do a little taste test with you guys and show you how good this is. And I mean, the volume is fantastic. For under 350 calories, because we use that cauliflower rice and the normal rice together, it just added so much volume. So I'm gonna sneak a little prawn for sure. And I'm loving all the green. It is so good. There's so much flavor. So delicious. So light. So wonderful. I cannot wait. This is my dinner tonight. I cannot wait to dig into this. And I cannot wait for you guys to try it. So let me stop eating my mouth full. I'm really excited for you guys to try this one. Don't forget, you can find this recipe plus 150 plus more of my Lean Girl recipes inside my Lean Girl kitchen coach. That is my ultimate recipe hub. If you haven't yet checked it out, you better click the link in the description and go and check it out. Otherwise, let me know in the comments if you're gonna give this baby a try, and let me know what you think, because it's amazing. So that's it from me today, and I can't wait to bring you guys yet another Lean Girl recipe. Look out for more videos from me and here on the Lean Girl YouTube channel. Much love to you guys.